Hello and that's a change in the load screen. Hi, welcome back to Slay the Princess with yours truly, Lord Undercinderel. There are many memories that I have yet to gather, and we are gonna work towards some of these. There are there are a lot of things that I have not done. There might be very many things that I have not done. Right, but what's the correct approach here? Is it new game? Is it continue? How does this work? Ah, this is our song. Okay. Alright. Does this put me back to the menu, or does that close the game? I think I closed the game. Right, okay. Trying that again. I guess I do need to hit new game. I'm learning. Also free coupons for whoever gets here first. I mean, there's 10 of those, so you know. That's free Grimloots cards in the pack. How long does it take for OBS to remember? There we go. Right, so hit new game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I kind of want to go back into the stranger part.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Right. I'm gonna leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yeah, we're gonna break it again.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
No, we're gonna break it.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Right.
Your silence is deafening.
I'm just not even gonna engage with the narrator.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh, there's no more silent option.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
So that was the choice of going in any direction that doesn't lead to a cabin.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Yay! Alright, so we got the stranger once. I want to see what happens if I throw the knife out of the window.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
What's with the wall? I didn't ask about the wall this time.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Yay! We proceed into the cabin because we're no longer allowed to leave.
Wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
The table is very different from what the other ones have been.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I'm gonna see what happens if I do ignore the mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Nom 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 nom.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
The premise is mean.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
It's very difficult for me not to move my cursor and the entire structure.
Let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh ho ho ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Right. Hold the blade the other way.
Switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Oh, the icon does change.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
I like that it broke both the windows.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Nah, it's good.
Done is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place.
Oops.
None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Somebody forgot to put on silent mode. Though in fairness, I did not expect an email from uni since I no longer go to uni.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We
Yay.
don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Let's take the soft stairs on the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Well, the center stairs were kinder in that way.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Useful. Oh right, I'm supposed to click.
Time disappears.
Back disappears and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Physical sensations.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey.
And
A
emotions
continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
To a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity, and at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
You didn't say, are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
The hell was that? What happened to us? Oh, sound is gone.
I feel so
strange, like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Oh well, that was a trip,
Oh, well.
but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Ah, my headphones were slightly unplugged, which is why I couldn't hear anything. I wonder how much overlap there was. Well, audio ducking should put my voice above. Oopsie.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
I should remember to check the headphone plug every time I feel like the audio is off.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
It's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
How strange. So, why are you here?
But I can't stab you this time.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I mean, I did make a lot of her before. I mean, we don't have a knife and there's only 2 of them at the moment. Actually, I feel like I should split her more. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess.
Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to
I
me?
don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
So I'm thinking, at least, that since I don't have the knife, we might get a slightly different result. Do you know why you're down here?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Hello, Kato. I am here to, once again do the stranger, but this time I didn't bring a knife, so I want to see if that makes anything different.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay,
Fun.
This was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
I mean, that's a lot of answers.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
Well, she's just a little confused. She thinks I'm to blame. I don't remember what the deal is, and she wants to destroy the world.
Get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
If I let you out of here, what are you going to
Are
do?
you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer? What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
Wait, are we rid of the narrator already?
This is reaching its
No.
breaking point. If you
No,
don't
no.
act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
I mean, what a way to go, though.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
Well, I didn't bring a knife. How are you doing, Kato?
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Right. Let's see, a meow is indeed the way to be doing things. Right, regretfully think about the time you threw the blade out the window.
That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Where did the knife come from?
In your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
The knife returned to me. Rude.
But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Oh well. Nothing changed. It was the same, I think. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear her reply. She's gone, replaced with something
She's
else.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, What the hell are we supposed to do?
Approach the mirror.
Don't do this.
Ignore him. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Apparently we haven't gotten this option. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. I'm gonna gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I'm sorry, but with my knowledge from last time, lewd, why are you inside me, girl? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm everything else. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am. Well, I do,
I think that you are like me.
but I can't say what I am.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Dun 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 dun. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment.
It looks like we have had this conversation, so I can skip these.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the world. How can the world... You are...
I wanna see if there's anything that she hasn't told me yet.
I know only that... She is...
This was my first ending, yeah. I was hoping that the not bringing the knife would change anything, something, but it did not. It is back to the stranger.
You speak in circles.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar.
Can I attack you? It really cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Alright, can I destroy myself? Erase your will to end your life, but as it burrows into space, your body should be for nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
And what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Right, yeah. Oh god, there were so many things, weren't there?
I have...
And I'm gonna ask them and skip them, because I don't know why that's... Like, might as well, like, just not ask them if I'm going to skip them, right?
You ask...
I'm gonna let it be. Alright, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
The monstrosity that is the amalgamation of all of you? Okay, but that means I need to do something different.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Right. I don't feel like I need to ask any of this right now. Let's go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, in a way, we're doing both. But I guess I haven't really... I don't know if I've slayed a single one.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
In fairness...
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
In person, the only princesses I know are dogs. And, you know... How could you not save a dog? I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I'm gonna see if... someone told me that I should try and see if I can
The
get
door
the
to the
fury.
basement creaks open.
I don't know how to do it,
revealing a
but...
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room
But I love
below.
dog.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
In fairness, you also have to love a cat.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
And you've got to love the rain. Especially when it brings dogs and cats. Cats and dogs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Right. I'm gonna just quietly go and
You're
stab.
still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You know what? I haven't actually done this option. Let's just try and kill her.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Because usually I answer.
No talking then. Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I got a knife.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Even if I get back to the what was it, the tower? Apparently the tower can become a fury if I try
So,
well enough.
you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Well,
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
play the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, the expression is one of well, she is gonna bounce.
You feel
Nope.
flesh easily give way.
I did it!
Down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
It's the first time I actually stabbed the princess.
Oh,
Well, outside of the stranger.
this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yep, good game. Right. I don't think that my stream setup allows for this, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, yay, we win! Good, well done, everybody. Let's try to get back to the game screen. No, my setup doesn't allow for that. All right, I'm gonna have to manually switch back to game time. Right, and I also have to click this. Oh, it's a little broken. Alright. Let me... Right. I also should have remembered that I muted the stream, muted myself before I switched closed the Dutch portal, so the Dutch portal would reset from beginning. But anyway, I should have switched the scene to done for now manually instead of trying to automate it, because automating it did not quite work out as I hoped. But yay! Of course it is. She's dead.
Exactly. It's over.
Good game.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
I mean, it has a corpse in it. I mean, on the other hand, we are like a dragon bird sort of thing, so... I don't know, are we allowed to eat the princess? It's technically not cannibalism.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Right?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
But there is nothing there.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Well, at least it's something new.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
So we do get a free cabin, I guess.
Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're
Are
happy.
we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good. Because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Suicide.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
I have not done this particular path before, no. Which one is the other option?
Don't you dare.
So, do you want the do nothing option? Is that the one that gives you a funny ending image? Ah. Won't use it to blade, kill us? Would we be dead?
Astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I want to be happy. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer.
What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
Happy.
You pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Happy. Good ending, you did it! You saved everyone!
I'm already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh. I wasn't allowed to stay. No. So we got. I was wondering because the achievement for finishing the game was beat the game by any means other than the happy ending and like the good ending, and I was like, was that the good ending? I guess that must have been the good ending. Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying this because that's the person talk to.
Because the blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
We can skip this conversation. You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Yay!
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yay! Happy.
Nice knowing you.
The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I already killed the princess.
I can assure you that you didn't. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
No, I certainly killed her.
It's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Oh, we can leave.
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
I don't get to leave that often.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
To the cabin, unfortunately. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I can combine the cold and the stranger approaches. I'm curious about what happens.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
I'm just strangering every approach.
If you ask me, I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right.
Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
This is new.
What's going on? Where are we?
We're in the long quiet.
I don't know. But it feels like home.
Interesting. The world around you is unbound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again, memory returns. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds, undulations, pulsed louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality, extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You're no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must feel something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much trade in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Oh.
You're on a path
Interesting.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's new.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Very, very interesting and ending. So
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
we've gotten 3 endings today, but only one of them has given anything to the shambling mound.
A warning before you go any further.
If I can.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Right,
She's
we
a
can
prince-
skip this. We proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely.
We take the blade.
Take the blade from.
We enter the basement. I'm gonna see if I can do exactly the same.
The door to the basement creaks open.
I continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
We feel your nerves.
Step forward.
We slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
We. Oh, but I can no longer say, of course it is. She's dead. It's too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Well, she'll kill us.
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
Oh.
What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Unfortunately, yeah, you can't, whatchamacallit, do all the, I can't go back to Stranger in the same run. I can't go back to the Spectre in the same run.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth.
Yay, we die again.
Dark, and you die.
The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Imagine
You're
that.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
That's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
I imagine the princess this time is just covered in knives. Alright, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I like that the cabin looks very similar every time on the outside.
There's a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Hello, Roskinator. How you doing?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's a little full of edges and stuff. It's not gonna be very comfortable. Do I want the blade? I'll take the knife again.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Yeah, we'll just stab each other to death again. It's fine. I'm ignoring the mirror.
The door of the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
We haven't laid a single S yet, but we did do a murder. Unlike last time, I did actually have like a go at it in which I didn't die.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
Does she have a war razor?
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
That is a long tunnel. How long is your knife, girl?
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Am I? I'm gonna ask some questions. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
Uh-huh.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
Uh-huh.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Can we throw the knife?
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened, so do you remember it?
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yeah.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Surely not. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
In your princess pocket.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
They do say that beauty's on the inside, so I guess she just wants to see how pretty I am.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Uh-huh. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
Is her knife clenched between her butt cheeks right now? Is she doing that classic classic hands-free approach there?
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
Right, those sleeves are very easy to hide things in, right?
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
But what if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Uh-huh.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
We are talking about her princess pocket, aren't we?
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
No, that was valid judgment. You had your reasons. I don't disagree.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Yeah, bird boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Oh wait, I'm also a bird boy.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
That's a good
I've
idea.
said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out. Okay, I'm bored now.
It looks like you can just like pull that off the wall. Like this doesn't look that solid a rock. On the other hand, the wooden roof back wall is strange.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
I did make her bored. Yeah, I guess that says something about my streaming ability. But yeah, that's a good knife.
Conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
Right?
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
Right, yes, it doesn't need her arm.
Maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defence.
Yeah.
She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Okay.
With a squelch. It's just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, a chapter 3! My first chapter 3!
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Oh, are we?
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
There's 4 of us.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time?
There's 5 of us.
Hurts. Being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
I mean, the first time she did not escape. She died with us.
That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
There is no door.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Oh no, we have to approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
The cheated can cheat, I hope.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Nah.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
I believe in you.
Make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
I'd rather not.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
Oh, it's not like she wants us. Oh.
Let's see where this goes.
How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
But why mess around with appetizers when the main course is right here?
Well, fun fact, the beard around my mouth is a lot lighter than the rest of my beard. If we're talking about the main course. The poached boba, vagina juices are acidy. Or acidious, or whatever the correct word was.
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks, the princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Ooh, hello.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit?
Hello.
Is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
Hello, Smitten.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Doesn't work and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that inspires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Oh, you got so many knives now.
That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Hey, Contrarian!
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
I haven't heard you before, Stubborn, or have I?
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Just panic. Flee.
I do know the paranoid.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Do you see that? We almost had her.
I don't remember what voices I had. I know I had the paranoid, for
That
sure.
was luck. But we only have to get lucky once.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
That's a good point, Cole.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
I have had the opportunity.
Skewers you. See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
None of this is working. Think.
I don't think I've had the skeptic before.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Again!
For my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
You hear that, princess? We're gonna top you.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Now, don't take this wrong, but Wold,
Are you ready for what comes next?
we can still fix her.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I think so, yeah, Contrarian. It's just a knife, and we are supposed to throw knives out the window.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
Now, I did previously say that we can still top her, but I'm not sure now.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All
is
right,
all
sir?
just
This is
These sound effects are not very long, huh?
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
The ripples clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. Deeper you fall into her blade, the faster your heart's bound, and the faster the momentum valleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. Oh, I'm alone now. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither?
Oh, is that for when I accidentally, restarted?
But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
The long quiet also is... I have finished the game once. It's just what we can call... it's also a character state in life. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of... Alright, yeah.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Are you the same being as you were before?
Is a child this...
Okay, we can skip that.
I'm sorry.
We can skip that.
Eyes...
I'm looking for conversations that are new.
There is still much to...
Oh, I haven't actually said this one before.
Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can't I not do the same things as I've done before? We could skip that. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be?
What do you want me to bring you next?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Yeah. You don't have any preferences?
My preference.
Yep. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will
The
be.
vessels are...
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured...
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Me! Everything is dark and I die! What's the next approach?
Path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So we have two princesses now, right? Yeah. Alright, Viva la Revolution!
Spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Yeah.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Whenever she says don't believe a word, I just immediately think of the Thin Lizzy song.
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's true. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted.
I think you can skip this part, yeah. Do I take the blade again? Yeah.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And the basement. After this one, I'm gonna do the damsel again. For funsies.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I'm being so heroic right now.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Oh, is this new?
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Did I drop the blade last time?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Nope, nope.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can...
Oh, we're back to the state that we were in before.
Probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I think if we do hesitate now, that is when we get to the tower, right? But I'm not dropping the blade. Let's see what happens.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay. Glint at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Glint at the princess even harder.
Squint even harder. So does she.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever.
Oh!
Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Daring contest. No, nope.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all.
Okay, we do still get the tower.
Your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Holy shit, that hurts!
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Equal now, do you
Your
think?
blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
This is new.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Oh, same, Gato. Same.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Victory-ish.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Good fight.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
No. Who do we get this time? The adversary. We haven't done that
You're
before.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I like that my approach is, oh, I should try to do this again, and then I don't.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. Right, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Who do we get this time?
Cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters.
She's stubborn.
It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh, I failed my objective of trying to ignore the mirror every time. Because we got an option where the mirror was the only way to go.
The
Oh well.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Sure.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Into the basement. Round 2!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Arrgh.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
You can do both.
As you descend the final step,
Ooh, hello.
the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Yeah.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Oh, yes. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
All right, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
Yeah.
Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Are you sure? Don't worry, I'm going to do a good job.
Now focus up and do it then.
So do you remember me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Thank you.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Ooh, hello.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I think it was very funny to just leave. But also, I feel like I want to fight her. I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
If you don't want to be free, then what do you want?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh, and I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists. Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah, especially that last part.
Don't be such a coward.
I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply disturbing that you seem to relish the thought of it.
Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life.
We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
Oh, we can attempt to free her. But she'll just kill us with the chain if we do that. I'm so tempted to walk away. Yeah.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal, and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Oh. Yeah. Back to the fight.
Ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Oh, maybe I should have dodged.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike at her heart head on.
Plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
If she turns her wrist, she can now break my blade.
Pull it
It's
out.
cool.
We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
We can go through. Keep pushing.
Princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Silently continue pushing.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Oh, I could have said I do, which would have been like our marriage.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
Ooh, a kissy kiss of the Glasgow style.
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
Oh, you have my knife. Give it
I
back.
said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
Oh, she is ignorant to its pain.
You forgot this.
Thank you.
She tosses it at your feet.
Pick up the blade and attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Oh.
I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
Ooh.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything?
You can't see how much I'm grinning right now, but...
I never said I knew everything.
Attack her again.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Play the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
It's more than okay, we're having fun. But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
You're done.
What is this place?
Welcome into the meat.
We do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right. It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body slumps.
So... tired.
Oh. No more fighty. At least you fed her well. You got so many good fights. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared it's the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Screw that! This can't be the end, it just can't!
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Is this going to be new? Silence to reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, I'm still with it. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to...
This is not new. Skip. I think none of this is new. Whee!
As easy...
Whee!
It
Oh.
says that your heart...
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Nice. I'm not planning to kill her, really. Do you know what happens to those we leave behind?
My perspectives,
Yeah, have you figured out what you'll want when we finish?
the desire.
And do you still not care?
I care about your gift.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes stuck and you die! I guess we got the most basic version of the adversary.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Imagine
You're
that.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
As we know it. Right, back to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Let's skip this part. Proceed into the cabin. In fact, we can even skip the description of the cabin, right?
Interior of the-
It's the same. I'm entering the basement this time. I'm not taking the blade because I wanna see if I can make a damsel that is not deconstructed.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You remember ever having any visitors?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Indeed.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
No, you're gonna have to chew. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, probably.
You walk up to the chains,
But it's still nice to have you in chat.
the wall, and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe
No.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can design something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Oh, this is the one where the door is just locked, right?
The door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I mean, we wouldn't get this variant if we had taken the blade.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, we're rescuing her.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Yum,
raising
yum,
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess!
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
We're gonna go back to the smitten.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I want to see. I don't want to whatchamacallit, deconstruct the damsel this time.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Naughty, naughty narrator.
The princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Making friends.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Doom.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Yay! And I'm just going to save her again. We are not going to question her, we are not going to ask her what she wants, and we're just going to save her.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Because if we ask her questions, she'll come undone.
To slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
We will not silence her passion.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Sit into the cabin. That kind of sounds like a erection joke.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
But the first time I asked questions, which Smeaton had already revealed himself, but this time the Smeaton revealed himself a little later, which is why it was different. But this part I could skip.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Enter the basement. You're just gonna try and save her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell.
I wonder what happens if you kill the damsel.
It glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
That could be interesting.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
No!
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
No, we must fawn!
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a
Is she wearing a veil?
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Hell yeah, we are.
She called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yeah, we can just save her.
Damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
We can destroy more worlds. Rescue the princess.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
So dainty.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ooh, that's a great little effect there.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
No.
For Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
We're saving her.
It's a weapon when we have the power of love on our side.
Love.
What do we do now?
Love. Believe, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do
That
next.
sounds perfect.
Yeah.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually.
Nope.
I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Yay.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Why doesn't she?
What happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's
Yeah.
right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
along for the ride at this point.
I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself.
Hey, yeah, you've got this.
Yeah, I've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
No.
I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing
You're
that.
enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the power of love.
You know, if her walking out that door is really...
I didn't actually remember the tune of it.
we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
Well, the knife is still here.
That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Happy, happy, happy. I already made up my mind. We're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
Yay!
We did it. What should we do now?
Well,
Where did everything go?
you're going back into the thing.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
She is just so pretty. It's true.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
So go back here.
Oh, quick, our feathers. Plot the
It's the
wall
long quiet,
coat
not the
over
long talk.
Princess.
Well, it's a new option. I haven't had this particular vessel before. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Well, it is, sort of.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Well, maybe if you do Breen, we'll be... I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Yeah, technically. Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. I think unraveled is new, right? Or not? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
I think last time I got bloated as this option. Do. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Molded her to love me. That is
Do not
disturbing.
wound her. She has served her purpose.
But well, such is the game. Do you think there are other people out
It
there?
doesn't matter if there are.
Ooh.
People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Did I not ask this last time? Or is this new? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something.
Alright.
But nothing.
We have asked this one. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did,
Right. When you set me back, I'm not alone. There are some voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator and he wants me to kill you.
no. Their minds are empty.
Oh, this is new apparently.
Existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
It's nice to be with someone whose thoughts I can never know as mine.
How many more vessels do you need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Yeah. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation. And
Alright, fine. I need to go back.
the
Bye.
next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Yeah.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything you talk and you die. What do I do next?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
We're gonna go to the cabin, because that is certainly something we
Your
need to
way
do.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Huh. What do I do next? Do I take the knife? Do I not take the
The
knife?
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Thus far, we are not allowed. Have not been allowed to just pummel her. She's allowed to pummel us, but not the other way around. I don't know. What do you think, Kato? Knifeless? Okay, playtime. In that case, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to get to
It'd be
the tower
rather
again.
difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She
me.
sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah. She very much like that is immediately a fork in the path. You get the cold one if you have a knife. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
She is a threat.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I'm gonna go to the tower.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
I forgot that means we close the
You'll be
distance.
fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Uh-huh.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No, that's why I'm asking you. I know what I've been told, whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Yeah, fair. It's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
For the entirety of her existence.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Ooh, this could be a new approach. I'll see what they can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No, but I have a knife.
Somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
This is new.
They wouldn't have just left the
For
key
me.
to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't the key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
Yeah.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
By the door.
But it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Nah.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
This time, he didn't say... warn me about the mess I was in.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
It's fine. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you
This
place
is
the blade
the
against
same
the princess's
same mod as the damsel
above
version.
a massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through.
At least it's very similar.
She pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
The tiara is
Free from
different.
her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Yeah, like they...
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Leia's help.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
Stop making a damsel!
I just can't let her escape into the world.
I was hoping we'd actually experience something new.
The bottom bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I feel like maybe this won't be the damsel?
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Can I resist? I can resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
This one actually will make it quick, I'm pretty sure.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah, in a moment.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah. The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm gonna proceed to the cabin, which is gonna introduce whoever we're meeting this time.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She's generally pretty pretty.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Oh, this is where the skeptic is.
Just say wink out loud. No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin. Wink. I just want the knife.
The cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Wink.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, into the
I'm
basement.
afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I can say here, what's the big idea?
Yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Very strange for the narrator not to say that you have to slay the princess.
The basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and look
Oh, that's
up
a lot of
at the
chains.
princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well, at this time, I guess we won't get to cut her out of her binds, because if we tried that, we would be severing her head.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit closer.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
I'm being mean.
In an instant they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her.
But we did break her boundaries.
I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Drop it.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick.
I just want to get to my chain.
Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
Oh.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing?
That's...
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No!
It's fine, she doesn't need it. Watch in uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's her play. Killing herself?
Nope, she's freeing herself.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Well, next step should be to cut off your bracelets.
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
That's a tone change.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
Nope.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
How? Poke?
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Take the princess with you.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
No, she isn't.
What if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Or is it?
A world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
You freed her!
We're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
No, that's just long silence. Because you're going back in that mound. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where does she go?
It's going to be okay, just trust me.
It's so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's not the end, whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, and there's nothing left of me. Silence has reached forward. They go on once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that is it, right? You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze, then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Hello. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another crack forms, and another one rises the butts. Then another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. I'm gonna start from the bottom this time, because I ran out of questions last time. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I was supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Alright. Let's come back down here. How am I supposed to rid the world of
By
death?
slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
I don't think that's how things are supposed to work. I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Alright. Let's see, what else I haven't asked before? But I've died plenty of times.
You flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
And how do you know everybody else doesn't also experience death the way I do?
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design, and by your unique nature.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Alright. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
I think you're out of time.
So I am. And so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
I mean, I could do things differently. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, the vast and the nascent God. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Yay, we win again!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I don't want to accidentally get in a fight with her this time, if I can avoid it. I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I think it's time for us to leave this place. I don't know how to leave or where to go. I mean, technically we could try slaying the princess, but also I don't know if I want to slay the princess. I mean, if I want to get every ending, at some point I'm going to have to slay the princess. But I feel like maybe I don't actually want to get every ending. Maybe this was enough. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the claws of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Love you too. Take her hand. All at once the unyielding tension breaks. I like that our hands stay tiny. You're free and she's with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. The conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Alright. I don't think I skipped through any of these last time, but you know, it's cool that I can. Last time I was just talking through the entire thing, I think. A cat! Axolotl! Snake! Nubs is a small monster. But we know it's an axolotl. I don't know if this is a lot different from... It's probably different from the previous one. Return to main menu. Alright, let's look at our memories. We got the good ending. Yay! You saved everyone! You did it! Oh. Apparently we need to fight the beast. We need to... You know, I thought we got this one since we got stabbed. Find the beast, obviously a means of easy egress, and get her to break her own chains. There are so many. So many yet vessels left to find. Oh, even the vessels have like... Each of these vessels have so many different things I have not unlocked. It's just a lot of everything. Oh, and I didn't fight her this time, did I? Oh no, these are just these are for different choices to make. Did I unlock a new face? No, Unraveled was the one I had gotten before. Oh, the Woods, the cab. It's just the time both of you are into an incomplete existence. That's the one I haven't done. There's a lot. There is so much. Like, I feel like trying to do this on stream is will just be a doomed effort. Alright, well, that was another session of Slay the Princess. I think that's gonna be it for today. How about a little Rady? Sort by... I wish the raid menu showed me people I followed before it showed me everything else. We're gonna raid Nippy, because Nippy is a friend. And I think that's a good idea on what to do. Anyway, and before we do that, you can join me on Discord, you can watch the VODs on YouTube, and you can also follow me on Blue Sky. Yeah. Bye-bye.